All right, so the next item on the list, ladies and gentlemen, is debt, okay? Some people call it the big money talk because it's usually a very big problem in marriages, in relationships. And so when you have this conversation, it's very important to ask the other person, how much debt do you have? And similarly, you need to ask yourself, or the other person needs to ask you, how much debt do you have and how much debt are you each willing to take on? Very, very important. Okay, do you have any business loans? If you're dating a hustler, somebody that is moving from one business venture to another, how many loans have they taken in their respective names? Do you know? Do you actually know what is going on insofar as their credit report or credit history is concerned? Secondly, wedding debt. It's a big one, especially in our African culture. We love big weddings, right? We want to invite malume, we want to invite the aunts, the grannies, everybody needs to be there. But you guys have to be honest with yourselves. Can you really afford that big wedding? When you look at your pictures 10 years down the line, are you actually going to smile? Are you going to be filled with joy, or are you going to be filled with regret? Because now the time has come where you have to come to my office and start instituting divorce proceedings. Wedding debt, in my opinion, if you've got the money, fantastic. But if you really don't have the money, I don't think it's necessary. You can always have it at a later stage. That big dandy wedding. So I've already spoken about the business loan, the wedding debt, student loans. Has your partner settled their student loans? Are you willing to take on those student loans? Mortgage, if they have a mortgage bond. We are talking about car notes. In South Africa, we call it car financing. Because in the event where you decide to get married, especially if it's in community of property, whatever debts you have incurred prior to the marriage is going to form part of the joint estate, ladies and gentlemen. That's why this is very important to discuss. It's a conversation that you must discuss. Sorry, I'm just going to have a glass of water. And it's not sufficient for the one party to say, I don't have any debts, don't worry about it. You need to go into detail by virtue of doing what we call a credit check, credit report. Both of you need to bring your credit report, sit down, look at what is going on your credit sheet, and consider if this is truly what you want to get yourself into. Because when people divorce, remember, you are not only dividing the assets in half, you're also dividing the debts in half. And in the event of death, that debt that your partner had accumulated over the years prior to the marriage and in the marriage will be transferred to you as the surviving spouse. So you need to think long and hard, because it does have legal consequences in the event where the marriage terminates, or in the event where one spouse passes away.